on Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com. New information comes to light in the case of a missing teen. Those details are just ahead. And Trump's federal worker layoffs face legal challenges. The latest on the ruling coming up. Plus, an investigation continues into the death of an award-winning actor.
Look at the beautiful sunrise this morning. Ooh, very nice, picturesque. It's going to be a nice day today. A few high clouds out there you see on the right-hand side of your screen. Otherwise, sunny skies will abound the area today. Looking nice and warm during the afternoon, if it is. We'll talk about that in your forecast.
And the city of Cora hosts a community parade ahead of today's state championship. We'll highlight this event and all Lady Gobblers basketball coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and happy Friday. Hope you're enjoying yourself, and we're blessed to have Trey Mining here in
Very
the
blessed
studio.
to be here.
And it's the last day of the month. It's the 28th.
It is, yes.
It's a short month, February. We're about to dive right into March, and I'm already feeling lucky, Trey.
There you go. So am I. Beautiful conditions out there. We're marching to March with a lot of sunshine to march about and see once again the beautiful sunrise this morning. Take a look at the weather book camera from the Victoria College Emerging Technology Complex, the south end of Victoria, 46 degrees. So a cool start this morning with northerly winds near 10 miles per hour, bringing that drier air into the area, keeping us on the sunny side today. With 10-mile visibility, it's easy to see that, of course. And looking at the satellite radar composite, trying to find anything out there precipitation-wise. We do have some on the chart, way down there off the coast of the Rio Grande Valley. Not anything near us. High pressure is going to keep that suppressed to the south, keeping our conditions nice here. A few high clouds you see. No fog out there this morning because we don't have the proper moisture content for that. And we'll start off with temperatures 50s or so by your 7 a.m. hour in the Crossroads region. By 11 o'clock, we're in the upper 70s, near 80 degrees coming up by noon time. And then about 3 o'clock or so, we're reaching 79, 80 degrees with a daytime high. And the highs tomorrow around the entire state, very nice and warm all the way from Wichita Falls down to the valley, including our area here. 70s and 80s abound for our region here, of course. And there'll be some changes coming up by next week, at least some, courtesy of a front making its way from the west to east across the state. What day will that be exactly? We'll take a look at that later on in the full forecast. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. New details in Victoria on a missing persons case. 25 News now confirmed that at least one person saw Jeremy Vasquez's photo on an adult website in the summer of 2020 when he was just 16. No public plea for help was ever issued by police or his family at the time. Even his first name was consistently misspelled in reports from national and local law enforcement. No alerts were sent out when he first vanished on February 20th, 2020. One man recognized Jeremy's newly released photo this week, recalling that he had seen him on an adult website years ago. He reported the profile as belonging to a minor at the time, but said he would have done more had he known Jeremy was missing. If you have any information about Jeremy or his disappearance, call the 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-843-5678. The Victoria Police Department at 361-573-3221 or Victoria Crime Stoppers at 361-572-4200. All tips are anonymous, and if you give information that leads to an arrest or charges, you could earn a cash reward. Amid a measles outbreak, state health officials say the number of conscientious exemptions to vaccines for school-aged children is rising in several Texas counties. In Victoria County, the numbers range from 0% to more than 7% of students unvaccinated. You can find a full breakdown of the data for all Texas districts on our website, crossroadstoday.com. Now to the legal battle over the mass firings orchestrated by Elon Musk. A federal judge blasted the wave of job cuts at several agencies, casting them as unlawful. He said the Office of Personnel Management had exceeded its authority.
A federal judge in California has handed the Trump administration a setback, ruling the recent firings of federal employees was likely unlawful. The judge saying the Office of Personnel Management does not have any authority whatsoever under any statute in the history of the universe to fire any employees but its own. But the rulings does not mean those fired employees will automatically be rehired or that future firings will stop. The judge has scheduled another hearing in 2 weeks to hear from people in key positions. Multiple lawsuits are pushing back on the Trump administration's efforts to shrink the federal workforce and save taxpayers' money.
The more I talk about it, the more I want to cry, but it's heartbreaking.
Former workers at USAID held a rally yesterday before entering the office for the final time to gather their belongings.
What is being done is one of the biggest blunders in American foreign policy history. It is one that generations of Americans will look back on with horror.
Fired employees and other concerned voters packed a town hall in Virginia. Leo Cooper, a U.S. Navy veteran, was recently fired from his job at the Agriculture Department.
It feels very much like a slap in the face, just the way that it was done.
The Department of Veterans Affairs also firing some 1,000 newly hired employees.
You might ask, why are Trump and Musk doing this? It's all to try to come up with some extra cash so they can fund more tax cuts for big corporations and their billionaire pals with deep pockets and private jets. So let's call this what it is. It's a middle finger to our heroes and their lives of service. Veterans make up 30% of our federal workforce.
And the government job cuts could affect your weather forecast. 800 workers have been fired at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, including a meteorologist working to improve hurricane models. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
That leads us to your viewer poll. You can scan the QR code. It's right there on your screen to take part. We want to know, do you know a federal worker that's been laid off? All right, let's take a look. 24% of you say yes, and 76% of you say no. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. Questions are mounting after legendary actor Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog were found dead inside their Santa Fe home. Authorities believe the 95-year-old actor and his 64-year-old wife Betsy had both been deceased for quite a while when their bodies were discovered Wednesday. They also say the circumstances surrounding their deaths are suspicious. Preliminary autopsies show no external trauma to either individual. The Goliad County Commissioners will meet this morning at 9 to discuss and take action on appointing a Precinct 1 constable. Kevin Story resigned as Precinct 1 constable February 7th following a resolution by commissioners to eliminate the role. Commissioners met Monday, but soon after canceled that meeting, realizing that they were in violation of the Texas Open Meetings Act. They did not post the agenda online 72 hours in advance. It was posted at the courthouse, but it must also be posted online. Remember, follow us on YouTube, Crossroads Today, hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now, looking at our clock, at 6:38 on our Friday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now Sunrise. We learn why pandas love bamboo.
Ukraine's president is set to meet with President Trump at the White House today. I'm Nicole D'Antonio with details on the high-stakes meeting.
Cool start this morning, and temperatures by the evening time will be in the 60s, 50s overnight. And another warm day for your Saturday in addition to today. What about the rest of the weekend and next week? Take a look at your full forecast.
Here's a look at what you can expect on this week's show. We hear from the Victoria Ballet Theater. We also take in a performance by them, and we also hear from our friends with the Victoria Bach Festival.
Good morning, good morning. Trey Mining here. Let's take a look at the weather across the state. First of all, pretty nice overall with today, with a few clouds in the atmosphere, no rainfall as we expect throughout the day today and tomorrow. Foggy conditions early tomorrow morning, and then we'll have another nice day for your day on Saturday. Our front gets closer to us. You kind of see the boundary line there in the state coming up by Tuesday. Rain chances along and ahead of the front, well north of our region here. So keep it mostly dry overall. And then we'll have another reinforcing surge of cool air coming down from the north. Not anything frigid, anything like that. No freezing temperatures expected, but definitely sunny skies overall and pleasant temperatures, warm during the afternoon and still cool in the overnight. Kiddos headed to school. What's it looking like? Cool start, maybe a small jacket on your way into catching the bus. Sunny skies this afternoon. Highs in the mid to upper 70s or 80 degrees by afternoon time, so definitely by 3 o'clock. needing the short sleeves and with plentiful sunshine. And the activities throughout the weekend coming up, yes there is, looking pretty nice overall with the weather cooperating. And keeping the rain chances out of the forecast with high temperatures near 80 degrees over the weekend, lows in the 50s and 40s. 40s especially coming up for next week behind the front, moves through on your day Tuesday into Wednesday. So get out there and enjoy the sunshine. I think we deserve it after the quite a long period there of rainy conditions and cloudy skies we had earlier in the week and earlier in the month. We'll take a look at that in detail for 7-day, that is. Give you the rundown a little bit later on before we go this half hour.
All right, good morning, Crossroads. Before the big game today, the Cuero Lady Gobblers hosted an early send-off community parade last night through the city of Cuero. Head coach Amy Crane was there. The entire Lady Gobblers basketball team had fun last night, signing autographs from fans, from some of the little ones I was out there. Just have a little sense of pride before making the big trip there later on there today. Again, mentioned there to Amy Crane as well. They said they're going to leave around here just in a couple of hours from now, and they'll be there in San Antonio around like 9:15. They'll have about a shoot around before they get to the game at 5 p.m. And again, getting out of some keys of the game that I want to look at in general. Arissa Carbonaro and Aubrey Bowles have to make plays in the post if they want to get a win there for the Cuero Lady Gobblers. And also, they just got to control the emotions, get assistance from the bench, and make sure they can get everything worthwhile to win their first state title there for the Cuero Lady Gobblers. This is Max Williams, 25 News Now Sports.
Experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can stream our daily newscast and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. This morning, a high-stakes meeting at the White House between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The two are expected to sign a deal giving the U.S. a share of Ukraine's rare earth mineral deposits.
This morning, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky traveling to Washington, D.C. to meet with President Trump at the White House. The two countries expected to sign a deal that would give the U.S. a share of Ukraine's rare earth mineral deposits. But so far, Trump has not committed to offering any security guarantees. It comes as British Prime Minister Keir Starmer met with Trump Thursday to discuss support for Ukraine and the importance of standing firm against Russia. Ahead of the visit, the UK announced a big increase in the British defense budget and also agreed to help enforce peace once a deal is made.
I'm clear that the UK is ready to put boots on the ground and planes in the air to support a deal, working together with our allies, because that is the only way that peace will last.
During that meeting, Trump said he thinks Vladimir Putin would keep his word if there's a peace agreement. But when asked by a UK reporter whether he would apologize to Zelensky for calling him a dictator without election several days ago,
President, do you still think that Mr. Zelensky is a dictator?
Did I say that? I can't believe I said that. Next question.
the president sidestepped the question, later saying he has, quote, respect for Zelensky. The visit comes nearly 1 week after U.S. officials began negotiations directly with Russia and without Ukraine at the table, leaving Ukraine and European allies scrambling to respond. President Zelensky has warned that any deal would not be viable without a promise of U.S. security in the future. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Scientists in China think they've solved one of the biggest mysteries about pandas. They have a similar digestive system to other bears, but pandas are almost entirely vegetarian and mostly eat bamboo. Until now, no one has known why. Researchers say the answer lies in the bamboo itself. As pandas eat the plant, they absorb genetic material from it called microRNA. That microRNA starts to influence the pandas, specifically their senses of smell and taste. In short, it makes it easier for them to find the freshest and most nutritious bamboo. If you think you can call this year's Academy Award winners, step into the spotlight and predict the Oscars for your chance to win a gift card bundle from Peter Piper Pizza. Come to crossroadstoday.com to submit your predictions. The time is now 6:46 on our Friday morning. Still to come on Sunrise, the latest on the tariffs on Chinese goods. Okay, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Avery. Happy 25th birthday, Avery. We love you so much. Love Grandpa Larry, Grandma Lily, and Grandmother Lisa, and Grandpa David, Daddy Joey, Mom, and the family.
And happy birthday to Delilah. Happy 13th birthday to my beautiful granddaughter and Grandma Gloria. Mama, Uncle B, we love you and have a blessed day.
Happy birthday to Minnie. Happy 82nd birthday, Mom. Love from your family.
And happy birthday to Savannah. Happy birthday, Savannah. We hope you have a wonderful birthday. Love from your whole family.
And happy birthday to Jalen. Have a great birthday. Love you bunches from Gigi.
Happy birthday also to Mary. Happy 62nd birthday from your co-workers, Gloria and Sharon. We love you and have a blessed day.
And he'll take you on a ride on his big green tractor. Country music star Jason Aldean is 48 today.
All right, yeehaw. To see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, come to crossroadstoday.com. Click on the drop-down menu, then click on the home tab, and you'll see submit your birthday photo.
And I want to wish a special happy birthday to one of our devoted question of the day answerers, Mary Helen. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday. And happy birthday to my friend Fee. Hope you have a great time celebrating this weekend. I hope I get to make the party.
Hopefully so.
All right, it is 6:48 on our Friday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today, or maybe you're celebrating this weekend. Be sure to stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good morning, good morning. Crossroads, Trey Mining here. And visibility is no problem this morning with a lack of sufficient moisture. We're not having any foggy conditions out there, thankfully. So be careful driving nonetheless, but not anything to hamper your visibilities. Tomorrow morning could be a different story, with more moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. Today, though, let's talk about that. A few clouds this morning in Port Lavaca. High temperatures in the mid-70s by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Benefit of the sea breeze, keeping those folks there along the coastal zones of the bays a little bit cooler than it will be in the inland areas. Here's an example here for Cuero. Sunny skies throughout the day. Highs near 80 degrees, or topping that by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The southerly winds you notice by the afternoon. And Victoria, sunny skies throughout the day. A few high clouds in the morning time. Highs near 80 degrees, southerly winds. Get out there and enjoy the weekend. It's definitely going to be agreeable to us. The livestock show and rodeo this weekend looking pretty fabulous overall. Highs near 80 degrees. Cool conditions to start. Temperature 50s and 60s for lows. 48 degrees or lower coming up for your Wednesday morning into Thursday behind the front that moved through early on Wednesday. But not anything too frigid out there, of course. A little bit of breeze next week with the front moving through Tuesday into Wednesday. Sunny skies this weekend looking nice. Highs near 80 degrees. Lows in the 50s and 60s. 40s once again coming up on Wednesday and Thursday.
President Trump announced Thursday via social media that the U.S. will impose an additional 10% tariff on China, bringing the total to 20%. The president says the additional tariff will be on all Chinese goods and take effect on March 4th, following the 10% that already took effect in early February. A White House official says the reason for both is that the administration feels there has been a lack of progress on the national security demands Trump has laid out. The White House says negotiations are ongoing, though Trump has not spoken directly with the Chinese president. Pope Francis has spent another peaceful night in the hospital in Rome. The Pope has been hospitalized for 2 weeks battling pneumonia. He was admitted to the hospital on February 14th with what was originally described as bronchitis and was later revealed to have developed into something more serious. On Thursday, the Vatican said the pontiff's condition had continued to show improvement, but his prognosis remained guarded due to a complex clinical picture. Still to come on Sunrise News to Know. Before you go, we learned about how some scammers are trying to take advantage of taxpayers. The Internal Revenue Service has released its list of tax scams people should watch out for this year. Topping the list are phishing scams where fraudsters pose as legitimate organizations in the tax and financial community. Unsolicited text or emails are sent to lure unsuspecting victims into handing out their personal or financial information. Another growing concern involves incorrect tax information on social media. The Department of Government Efficiency may have to start answering questions. A request for a limited expedited discovery in a court case was granted. That case brought by labor unions and other groups to stop DOJ from accessing sensitive government data. It means a DOJ representative will have to answer questions under oath from attorneys. In California, 2 men are accused of impersonating ICE officers. Fresno police say they responded to the calls Wednesday about the men reportedly harassing people at several businesses and filming themselves. They allegedly told employees at one business they were conducting an investigation needed to see specific business documents. The men were arrested, given a misdemeanor, and released. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi is accusing officials of failing to turn over documents related to the accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. It comes as the Justice Department prepares to release documents related to Epstein on its website. Bondi claims federal officials in New York withheld thousands of documents related to Epstein's crimes. The Trump administration fired 5 immigration judges in Texas, raising concerns that existing case backlogs will worsen and that the administration will expand its reliance on fast-track deportations that avoid courts altogether. You can read this story by the Texas Tribune on crossroadstoday.com. If you think you can call this year's Academy Award winners, step into the spotlight and predict the Oscars for your chance to win a gift card bundle from Peter Piper Pizza. Visit crossroadstoday.com to submit your predictions. And we want to invite y'all to experience our new digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And now let's get a final look at the weather, but we also want to share with y'all that Mac Perez will be at the Livestock Show tonight.
Yes, he will.
With the forecast. So it's always great to have a live shot during the show.
Exactly. It gives you a clue what's going on there, and it's pretty exciting as well.
That's right. And we're going to wear cowboy boots this weekend to the Livestock Show, but we don't have to worry about mud, right?
Don't have to worry about mud, of course, but a little bit warm during the afternoon times. Highs near 80 degrees. As you see there for today through Saturday and Sunday. Lows in the cool side, 50s or so, low 50s at that. Over the weekend, could be some patchy fog early. Breezy conditions next week, this afternoon especially. Another front comes through late Tuesday into Wednesday. Knock our temperatures down a few degrees coming up on Wednesday and Thursday with no rain anticipated. Overnight lows a little bit cooler then as well. Wednesday night into Thursday in the upper 40s or so. So looking pretty good overall. Sunny skies to enjoy. Maybe some patchy fog early on the weekend morning, Saturday and Sunday. Outside of that, no problems at all. Smooth sailing.
It'll be smooth sailing, it'll be nice weather, and it's going to be the start of a new month, Trey. And we do have some fog, potential fog over the weekend that we have to watch out for. That coastal fog gets so thick, so you may want to delay your travel plans if it's really, really unbearable in the morning.
Very thick. Yeah, wait till about 9 or 10 a.m. to move on out.
And if you see other people on the roadway, turn off those high beams. It's very inconsiderate if you leave them on when passing another person.
It makes it even harder to see. Low beams help you see further down the road.
Yes.
And don't go fast. Reduce your speed.
Reduce that speed. Take your time. Get there safe. And we want to thank you for being with us this morning. Be sure to join Shauna, Dawn, Maclovio, and Max tonight for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10. And maybe we'll see each other at the stock show.